superstar, superstar.
Check it. You don't need anybody's permission to have ambition. Life is a highway, let your conviction be your ignition. No matter the cards dealt, if your driver's heartfelt, the bottom of the barrel will surely become top shelf. Do it for those who said you couldn't, succeed for those who thought you wouldn't, then fly in front of those who said you shouldn't. Always surround yourself amongst the grinders and the gainers, and while you're at it, distance yourself from whiners and complainers. Remember to keep your grind tight and your mind right. You don't need no limelight to shine bright. Here's to all you inspiring superstars on buses, bikes, or cruising cars, trains, and even planes and hooks will hit the sky like Abdul-Jabbar.
From Memphis, we went on to Houston, where we met up with Alan and chilled with his family for a while. And we were packing up to go to Dallas for the first time with Alan. He was coming with us. So yeah, from Houston, we went on to Dallas. That is a lot of ramen.
He's a guy. Once something's up.
Oh, man, he's twisting the shit up. I feel that. I feel that.
I don't know. No. What do you?
Oh, he's LA.
Coming in or out of Alex.
Oh, you're leaving us in the door?
Yeah.
This jazz. It is jazz. Oh shit. That's that jazz. All that jazz.
We met up with Cooper. Cooper had actually lived in Chicago with us after school ended. We all moved to Chicago, and then Cooper moved up there with us for about 6 months or so. And then we did a little bit of stuff together up there. And then he had to move back to Texas because he was going to have a daughter. And so seeing Cooper again was interesting because he was a married man with a family, and that was not initially how we knew him. He used to have long hair and stuff, and he was like a bartender, and, but he still had that same inner Cooperness of him, which was really fun to see.
Shit in my draw, shit in my draw, hey, shit in my draw.
Yeah, we kind of got loose. We kind of just went downtown to Deep Ellum. He took us to Deep Ellum, which was a really nice place. I actually like that place a lot. I've never been there.
Look at his head.
Coop Is Loose. It was that Coop Loose look too.
You don't want it to come all the way unraveled. It's loose right now. Once it breaks off, there ain't no turning back.
We drove back to Houston, kind of during almost around noonish or whatever, which in retrospect I guess wasn't a good idea. But anyway, so we had Raising Cane's, which was amazing because I've never had Raising Cane's before. It was delicious. The cane sauce is amazing. And after that, we took off, and we were probably about like an hour and a half into the trip, and it was really only like a 3-hour drive, 3.5-hour drive, and we had our first blown tire, and the whole side of the Jeep just blew off, like the bumper, the light, everything just blew off the side. And the tire actually, while we were trying to get it off, it actually melted into the pavement, which was crazy. I've never seen that before. But the road was so hot that the rubber just melted into the pavement, into the tar or the road or whatever, which was crazy. We literally had to peel it off. But I don't know. I mean, I've changed a tire before, and I know Justice had done it before too, but for some reason we just could not change that tire. It took us probably about 2.5 hours to change one tire in a small Jeep. And I blame it on the jack, but it took us such a long time, and it was, I don't know, it felt like it was never going to happen. I felt like we weren't going to be able to change the tire, but eventually we did. We had the King Conundrum book, and it helped us out.
We were saved by this book.
But that was probably our first hiccup in the road trip, in the whole road trip.
Yeah, I was in the back seat, man, and I just fell back like boom. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I got up and I just held everything because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So that was my experience. Like, yo, hopefully we don't flip.